Hey everybody, it's MommaOG. I am back with another reaction. Tonight I have another donation request from Dave. Dave, thank you so much, as always. He has asked me to listen to Loreena McKennitt, and the song is The Mummer's Dance. Now, he specifically asked for the 6-minute version from her album, so that's what I'm going to do. And I was also told by him and many others who suggested this song to make sure I look up what mumming is or what a mummer is before. So I thought I'd go ahead and take a moment to do that. So I've got a wiki page up and I'm just going to read a little bit about this. So I have a basic, I think I kind of know a little bit. I know there's a parade in Philadelphia having to do with this phenomenon. I don't know if I've ever seen one, but I've heard of it. So this says, mummers were bands of men and women from the medieval to early modern era who, during public festivities, dressed in fantastic clothes, costumes, and serenaded people outside of their homes, or joined the party inside. Costumes were varied and might include bears, unicorns, deer with deer hides and antlers, or rams with ram's horns. The practice was widespread in Europe, present in England, Ireland, and Scotland, with words for it in German and French. The practice dates back to the Romans and has survived in some areas, such as Scotland, and is used in the holiday tradition of mummers' plays. It's also been revived in the modern mummers' parade. The practice may also be related to miming. Okay, so it's kind of along the lines of what I thought it was. It's about like a group of actors who come out and perform during a festival or an event. That's how it was done in medieval times. Like I said, it's kind of a vaguely familiar thing for me. I don't know when I've been exposed to it, but it's just not a completely foreign concept for some reason. And I'm not quite sure why. But okay, so I have the lyrics up over here on the side since this is just an audio version. Probably follow along to those as I listen. I've got my earbuds in. Let's go ahead and get started. vaguely familiar to me for some reason. Sounds familiar too. Man, that completely transported me in my mind. I could just picture being out in the woods. I don't know, not quite doing the mummer thing, but just being out in the woods with nature. I don't know, that's what it made me think of. I said it a few times during the reaction. That felt a little familiar to me, like I've heard it. Just short bits of it, though. I mean, like, I wonder if it was in, this is so cliche for a reactor to say I've learned doing my compilation. So many people, the first thing they say is, maybe I heard it in the movie. But I wonder if this was like a theme of on TV or something. I don't know. It feels like I've heard certain bits of that, just short bits of it. And I don't know why. I also need to know if I should see that performed live from her. Let me go on the lyric, see if there's an about. Maybe that will... Okay, so let me just read this about. The Mummer's Dance is a single by Canadian Celtic singer Loreena McKennitt from the 1997 album Book of Secrets. 97. That's the year I had my daughter, and I was listening to all kinds of different kinds of music at that point. It's kind of when I started branching out a little bit musically. The song refers to seasonal mummers play performed by groups of actors, often as house-to-house visits. The song was a surprise hit in the United States, reaching number 3 in adult top 40, number 17 on the Hot Modern Rock Tracks chart, and number 18 on the Billboard Hot 100. Maybe I heard it on the radio somewhere. A remix of the song was used as the opening song for 1998-1999 drama TV series Legacy. I don't know if I ever watched that. Let's see. Okay, so about a Kentucky horse farm. That sounds like something my dad would have loved. I don't think that I watched that. It was also featured in the trailer for the 1998 film Ever After, A Cinderella Story. Don't think I ever saw that either.
Now then, what is that phrase you use? Once upon a time.
Okay. So it has been used. I don't know. Maybe I heard it in one of these mediums in passing. I don't think I've ever sat down to watch either one of those. And it was in the soundtrack of the Brazilian telenovela Corpo Dourado. The song was also made into a music video. The song was frequently used on late-night syndicated radio talk show Coast to Coast AM when show host Art Bell hosted the show. That might be where it's from. I wasn't like an avid listener to that, but I have listened to that show, a few of them. Maybe that's where it's just kind of ringing a bell, and I can't place where exactly. Okay, so it was also on her live albums, Live in Paris, Toronto, Nights at the Alhambra, and The Olive and the Cedar. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Let me know if I need to hear that, a live version of that. I've been getting this one requested quite a bit on my previous reactions to her. So I'm happy to have finally done it. I have a feeling that I'm probably going to react to the live version as well. She's always amazing to watch live. But Dave, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to move this up on my list. It's been a little while since I've heard anything from her. Thank you all so much for being here to watch, and I will see you next time.